Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to share some unique methods that will 100% improve your mech drawing skills. So let's get right to it. Alright, so I want to begin this video by saying that when you draw mechs, it doesn't have to be mathematically correct with the perfect angles and measurement and length and all that. You're an artist, not an engineer. And if you're an engineer, that's great. But when you're drawing mechs, it just don't worry about, getting the perfect length and the shapes and everything and making it symmetrical and all that. It just has to follow the rules of perspective. And as long as your shapes kind of follow this rule, it's just gonna make sense. The drawing's gonna make sense. The mech's gonna look real. Worry about like the intricate details of joint mechanics and the internal machinery like later on, after you get the general form and the shape of the mech that you want to draw. When you draw mechs, try to draw them as if you're sculpting instead of building. When you think of mechs, you think building, industrialism, assembly, order, hierarchy, science, math. And when you think of all those things and start drawing, you're gonna most likely start drawing and sketching the internal foundation and the frame of the mech first, or in mind at least, because that's how you build and assemble a mech, right? And if you start your drawing with this kind of mindset, you're gonna get overwhelmed and lost as you progress through your mech drawing, because you'll end up trying to think of every aspect of building a fictional robot. I think very few people on Earth knows how to actually build a functioning robot. And as mentioned before, you're an artist, not an engineer. And if you're an engineer, that's great. But if you don't have an engineering degree, you're just an artist like myself. You have to worry about building the outer side of the mech first, and work towards drawing the inside and the internal frame. And that's even if you want to show that part. But the most important part is to kind of have the outer. You just worry about the outer parts. The visual. Be very vain when building and when drawing mechs. You don't have to build it. You don't have to really know about it. I know concept artists to say that you gotta know how it functions and everything, but those are just movements. You don't have, they're not talking about, like the actual science of it. And that's what I mean by this. Like, don't think about the building aspect of the mech, because I don't know. For at least me, I just think about like, man, I don't know how robots function. Like, I have no business drawing robots, but why do I gotta know about robots to draw a robot, right? So I personally think it's easier to draw big understandable shapes first, then shave it down. Shave and sculpt the unnecessary parts to get the form that you want, as opposed to building shapes on top of each other. I think that's a little bit harder, personally speaking, to kind of imagine final shape by putting shapes together. That's just hard for me. It's easier to think about a big cube and carve it down from there. And my next advice on drawing a good mech is for you to go and purchase a Gundam plastic model kit and build it. First of all, Gundam plastic model kits they're amazing. They're awesome. I have a couple. I have a couple RG. The real grades are great. Few AGG. I have a lot of MGs, master grade. I've been building it all my life. I don't have much, but I do enjoy building it. And building a Gundam plastic model kit or any kind of model kit really helps your drawing skills tremendously. I hear nobody say this. I watched so many YouTube videos on how to draw and the tips they give out. Never ever heard someone suggest Gundam model kits. And I'll explain why Gundam model kits are such a great way to improve your drawing skills, especially mechs. Because number one is the instruction manual. The instruction manual allows us to kind of see the shapes at an understandable angle. All the pictures in the instruction manuals are, anyone can kind of read it, right? It's because all those shapes are on the right perspective. It's just a great reference in terms of building robots or any kind of mechanical object. And just the steps alone of building the robot, of the whole Gundam model kit, of like looking at the image in the instruction manual and finding the set piece and touching the piece and cutting the piece out, putting it together with another symmetrical piece that you cut out before, and forming a new piece and joints and all that. You'll be able to kind of observe the anatomy of a robot and see how certain parts move and how joints are designed and everything. It's just a great tool to kind of up your mech drawing game. So the second reason why Gunplas are great when it comes to leveling up your mech drawing game is that it strengthens your imagination through the sense of touch. How do blind people see? They see through sense of touch. Sense of touch is extremely helpful in leveling up your visual knowledge and imagination. So if you want to draw a car better, buy a model kit of a car and build it. You touch the thing, see the shape in a different way, feel the shape, turn it, look at it from a different angle, move the parts, pose it. All those help kind of strengthen your imagination. I think touching and looking at miniature version of something complex and big is a great way to digest and soak up visual information of the said object. And also Gunplas are great. Plastic models are awesome. Buy one, build one, and put it next to your gaming system or whatever. So there you have it. Those are some unique and unconventional ways to improve your drawing skills. The too long didn't read version. Don't worry too much about mathematical accuracy and the physics behind it. Sculpt, don't need to build. And go buy a Gundam and make it, or any kind of model kit. Enhance and strengthen your imagination by using your sense of touch. Just don't touch people and their things. And if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask down below. Please share this with your friends who are into mech drawings, and have fun drawing. And peace!